What's going on, good people? What's going on, baby? For me, Mr. Glass, back here again with some
Dear corporate paid mainstream media of the world, we are anonymous. We are the ones in the dark who have served the light. Unlike you, we have served in truth, and we are not afraid to address the people that you, the corporate paid mainstream media, as a whole, has lied to humanity on a horrendous scale of deceit. By using lies to create fear, war and enslavement, profiting off from our freedom.
And see, the reason why I'm doing this is it's called spreading the truth.
The corporate paid
not
mainstream
just
media
exploiting the truth. Because what they talking about is the truth.
Capitalist system of
some people don't go to this channel and listen to this. So I'm trying to reach the ones that don't go to their channel and listen to it because of what they believe in. And their belief system is so fucked up to the point where they don't want to go hear something that might stress them away from some bullshit that they was taught to believe in.
Correct media and the justice system of truth. We wish to have all of humanity united as a whole, regardless of what divides us. We are all human. Every corporate paid mainstream media station has instilled fear into humanity for far too long. They control humanity by using methods as war propaganda, fear-mongering, lies, beliefs, race, money, and supporters, corrupt political administrations and leaders, and bashing candidates and rivals who oppose enslavement's idea. We are here to inform the corporate paid mainstream media that they will no longer rule information, and in giving the masses misinformation. The corporate paid mainstream media's division-orientated atrocity on humanity has now come to an end. The corporate paid mainstream media's government and corporate bank-backed agenda has led to Anonymous and the collective's attention. Leaders of information have failed humanity and have been corrupted by capitalism and have absolutely forced this upon themselves. Because of their treason of integrity, you have made the United divided. Now we, Anonymous, will stand to fix this. My brethren from all over the world, we will no longer let this occur. Our solution is to give you back on what they take, their profit, which is our freedom. They will no longer enslave the minds with their lies and fear. Day by day, they enslave humanity, all because of each and every one of you. Have you all forgotten that we are their power? They will try to contain our ideas, unless we unite. We stand as an invincible force united. By November 5th, all and every skill will be met against the corporate paid mainstream media. Hackers, journalists, activists, do whatever it takes to attack the corporate paid mainstream media. The world is at hand. Do whatever it takes to inform the people with the truth. Humanity of the world, let us all unite and take over the corporate paid mainstream media.
Talk about the truth, people. We should all be tired of the lies. We can lie to our lives. Main thing is, I come to war. We are live in. Just saying, the truth is the truth. Let's see what this one here about.
Ready to buy a utility side-by-side? Make the right choice with the class-leading Polaris Ranger. The all-new...
Like I said,
greetings, citizens of the world. We are anonymous. There's been a lot in the news lately. From threats of war, to future space endeavors, to very different ends of the spectrum with vastly different consequences for humanity. While politicians bicker over power plays by opposing nations here on Earth, we continue to face many threats from beyond this world. The unfortunate truth is that while our generation may survive the next 100 years, it's only a matter of time till humanity as a whole faces catastrophe on a global scale. We occupy one tiny world, around a single star out of billions, in a single galaxy out of trillions in the observable universe. That alone shows how fragile our species really is. Thus we come to a realization, and an inevitability. Earth cannot remain our only home forever. Some of the voyagers we set forth to the farthest reaches of the galaxy will lose contact with us, and we'll never hear from them again in our lifetime. Nevertheless, our legacy will live on through them as they colonize new worlds across the stars. While we can ensure the survival of humanity through migration and colonization, we can also help ensure the survival of Earth through unification. As we unite to explore other worlds, we'll in turn find ourselves securing our own. Earth will always be our home world, and as such it will always hold a special place in our hearts. While we don't know what the future might hold, we do know one thing for certain. It will be much brighter with humanity united. If we continue on our current course, our mutual destruction is ensured. So some may ask why we continue to have wars and fight amongst ourselves. Humans are influenced by their cultures and many other factors grow.
I'll stop it right there to say this. The belief system is basically the part of the problem with all people today, is because of what you believe in. You have to realize to know that you should know some shit now and not just be believing in some shit. And what I mean by that is, you know that you're gonna die. You just don't know when. So why are you praising something in the sky when you know everything is inside of you to come out of you? The Creator created all of us unique, but we all came from one man and woman in the beginning. If you were to close your eyes and go back to the beginning, you can see how beautiful it was, because the beginning between the relationship between that man and that woman was everything, because that man and that woman in the beginning, that's all they had was them two, each other, two becoming one. This is the reason why man changed the Creator's original name from love. When you look at the word love, when you look at the word God, and then you look at the feeling love, and then you look at the feeling God, the word is self-explanatory. Who is in between you loving you when the Creator's original name is love? Who is in between you loving you when the Creator's original name is love? No human body. So think for yourself for a change. Why are you praising outside of you to nothing outside of you as God, the Creator of you? Think about that. That's stupid. That's real childish. Because as a child, you think it's a child and you do childish things. The first lie that was told to you was told to you as a baby. When you was given birthday, when you was just born. The truth is the truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit, people. We've been bullshitting ourselves too long. Sit and just think of the man and the woman in the beginning. Think of what the man and the woman have in the beginning. They have each other. The creator is in that man and that woman. To be a creator. How you think we got here? Now you got to start thinking for yourself. You got to know some things now and not be believing in something somebody told you to believe in. Because if you sit there and ask yourself the question, why do you believe in God and Jesus? If you ask yourself the question, why I was never taught to know, to believe in myself. Why was I lied to as a baby? Why was I told there was a Santa Claus and an Easter Bunny? Why? The propaganda of making money. Once you come out of the program that you programmed to be in, once you come out of believing what you was taught to believe in, and then and only then, you're going to know who the creator is inside you, to be a creator too, to know that you're eternal, baby. When you die, you come back. But what you do here in the now puts you a place for your future. And when I say put you a place for your future, the only heaven there really is when that man and that woman come together. That's heaven. The place is eternal. Energy is eternal. It just goes and goes and goes and goes. That's why I say one way willing towards the creator is straight. Straight wanting to create in love to make it go straight as it possibly can. Because when I say that the whole journey that we're on is about that man and that woman, period. Everything else is bullshit. We hear. I say it again. It's about that man and that woman, that relationship. Because after man creates woman, creates us together as one, they are what? They are divine created themselves. So like I said, until you get into the know, you're going to continue to be in the believing, and then you're going to be left behind in that bullshit. Because it's the hour of the Aquarius. It's the hour of the awakening. It's the hour for you to see and feel, to know the truth, and not have to believe in somebody else's man-made up bullshit. Because I said to you as easy as I can say it to you, because it's true for me to tell you, and it goes like this. Love created the man who created all the gods in this bullshit. All the religions in this bullshit. All man-made creations, because man didn't want you, the people, the real people, the loving people, the one that knows that that woman is everything. Man is the front run of a lot of bullshit. That's why you say your prayers, Our Father who art in heaven. You tell me why it wouldn't be a mother. What did man do to be the Our Father who art in heaven, when you already know there is no man in heaven? And if you do think there's a man in heaven, use an asshole. Because I'll say again, that's just man want to be the front runner of some shit. But man is the asshole. Because when I look at what I know and what I used to believe in, from what I know to where I went to know, is the reason why I could never believe in the bullshit man done twisted this shit up into. I know who the creator is. Y'all just believe in y'all bullshit that y'all was taught to believe in. I was taught that bullshit too. But until I gave up on life to go into the light and be showed what was right, what was straight, not one of the three rights, what was straight, not to the left, not to the right, not backwards. What is straight, the straight way to create in the Creator's original name, love, is just between that man and that woman. And only those two is the reason why we all are here. That man and that woman. That's straight balance. Because that's the only way you can create another one of each other, is between the opposite sex attract. None of this other bullshit. Because man and the man can't do it, and the woman can't do it. So like I said again, to y'all that's caught up in this bullshit, God and Jesus is some made up, man-made up bullshit to keep you in a groove of control in this shit. Because I tell it to you like I tell it to anybody that want to talk about this shit. The truth is the truth. And the truth is that God and Jesus bullshit was created just to fool you, believers. Because believe this, when you look at God, and then you look at all the different gods, and then you look at God is good all the time. That ain't nothing but a bullshit ass nursery rhyme that was taught to you. Because you got God is good all the time, and then you got in the Bible, fear God. So I'll say again, right there is fooling you. Because first of all, the Creator is not a father or a mother. The Creator is just the Creator that loves you unconditionally. Meaning no matter what you do, the Creator gonna still love you through and through, because the Creator is always gonna be one way. One way that's straight all day, every day. That is to create, never destroy, never to hate. The Creator leave that up for you to do. You was given life. You was given free will to do what you do. But I'm just saying this here to tell you the truth. Everything's embedded in you. Embedded in your DNA is reciprocity and empathy. That's the 4 pillars of life. I can give you 4 periods to go along with that. I can give you 4 words starting with L, ending with E, that sums up our life from beginning to ending in 4 stages. I can give you 1 word, 4 letters that sums it up how we all came to be here. And once again, it's love. It's the Creator's original name. When really, the 5 senses that you have to know what's happening to you is the Creator of you. When you hurt, the Creator hurt too. But it's not outside of you to worship. It's everything you put in you. You don't die until you give up on life. I say it again. You don't die until you give up on life. And you're not dead unless you believe in some bullshit and you're afraid to die. Because how can you be afraid to die when you know that you can die at any time? How can you live if you're afraid to die? How? It can't make no sense. It's time for everything that you do. You should know why, and you should know it should make sense. Because if it don't make sense, it's not something sensible to do. Because the truth is the truth, and the truth will show you. It is what it is, baby. When I say that the man and the woman, they go together, literally, they go together as they come together in the Creator's original name, love, making to create one of the same of each other, opposite sex attract, to becoming one divine creator of life. I make sense because I went where all the sense was created from. And that was from the divine light of us all being created to be creators. Because we all was given that right. We all was given the gift of life from the Creator that loves us unconditionally. And I'll break it down to you so you can see a little better. The creativity. I'll say it again. The creativity in you is the creator of you. It's that spark. It's that feeling. It's that unconditional love feeling that you just can't explain. But for a kid, they'll never really understand, get it until they feel the same. But they need to be grown up with the truth. Not this God, Jesus bullshit. How mama and daddy is raising you straight in this shit. Not to the right, not to the left, and not backwards. Straight to know, to love, and appreciate Mother Nature. Yep, they banned me in different countries because they said I was using people's shit, and I was saying that I wasn't. I said that if I had anybody's music, anybody's anything on any of my broadcasts, I did it all in love. I don't need a quarterback for any of my shit if it was to go viral. Because I'm here to spread the truth, period. Fuck all the bullshit. I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to talk about who the creator is in you, to be a creator too, so you can stop all this bullshit worshiping some God and Jesus outside of you like they are coming to save your ass. Love and creator is in you to get the vibrations of what's right and wrong, so you can feel your way through this twilight zone and know that love is the key to it all. Because the Creator is all love, never no hate. All creating, never destroying, never suffering, always love. It's mankind that changes their mind when they're not showing the people no love. We as the people make the world go round. We are sitting down, getting stumped in the fucking ground. All because the powers that be, these motherfuckers that's running this bullshit, is running it all because of your belief system. All because you believed in the God and the Jesus bullshit system that go along, that don't have no love. Because you sit there and you think about all the bullshit that you can pray for, a lot of the shit ain't never come true. But if you were to sit there and send the love and vibrations of the love that you feel, and not all the love you feel outside of you for some God and Jesus bullshit, if you feel that same love that you use for that God and Jesus bullshit, if you that same love that you feel for that you believe in, if you that same love inside of you for you to know The truth is loving you first more helps you care more for people you don't know. That's the love of the original creator. That Jesus and that God bullshit is that man-made creation bullshit. Know this. Love created the man that created all the different gods and all the different religions. Man just put himself with God in first place. That's how I got from love to God. Instead of love being first, God is first, and then love. Come on, people. It's stupid if you don't see the twist of the pretzel. So I say it to you, because I'm in the Bible too. John 1:15-6. The truth will set you free. So I say it like this. The truth is the truth. Slippery, so lies can't hold on. Lies just slide off, and the truth carries on. In a loving, perfect, utopia world. But not here in Babylon. Here in Babylon, the truth is twisted as a pretzel stick and twice as salty. You are the twist in the middle, believing in this bullshit that man told you to believe in. Because all the shit that you think you know, you only know because you was taught to know. Never you was taught to know, to believe in yourself. So let me get back to this here. You might want to mute it, but hey.
Growing up, from what their parents believed to what school and religion teaches them. With that in mind, it's no wonder with over 270 religions, 196 countries, and with modern society being derived from thousands of different cultures, that people tend to bump heads on worldly views. Nonetheless, those differences are what makes humanity so unique. Rather than being used to divide us, they are precisely what should be bringing us together. From art, to food, and even technology, those differences in culture make humanity, and that's what should be celebrated. Every year we do share in a celebration. People from all over the world come together to celebrate the new year. We stand together and share in our cultures, and for one day we are united as a planet. Now we must channel that same energy and use it into coming together again. Not for personal gain, not for the promise of money or fame, but to embark in the greatest journey humanity has ever made. It took just 12 years to go from launching the first artificial satellite to landing humans on the moon and returning them back to Earth.
Man, we ain't never landed on the moon.
43 years since Apollo 17, humanity has never gone back, nor accomplished a greater manned mission. Not for a lack of money, nor a lack of technology, but because priorities changed and collectively humanity no longer has the drive to venture beyond Earth. With that being said, the direction and future of humanity itself is on the line, and our priorities must be clear. Due to the theory of special relativity, interstellar travel is possible within our lifetime, and entirely doable with technology that on a much smaller scale already exists today. Therefore the choice is now entirely up to you. Will we unite as a species to ensure the survival of the human race and explore the unknown? Or will we continue to fight each other and play Russian roulette until all the chambers are loaded?
Only we can change this, people. If we sit here and allow them to change it for us, it won't change. It will not change. If you sit there and pray for change, it will not change. It will not change. If you don't come together and actually put some effort towards doing something, I'm doing the best that I can. Even though I'm going through everything I'm doing the best that I can to help spread some of what's happening, baby. Nobody is caring about everything happening. And some people just don't know. It's time to start knowing and stop believing in shit gonna get better. It's not gonna get better if we don't make it get better by just force.
We've got to step up
by
our
beautiful
game.
vibrations.
Make sure we are
of
well
love
defended and able to take the fight to those who go after us.
and
As
feeling
President, I will make
the
it clear.
Creator, love,
The United States will
to come
treat
together.
cyber attacks just like any other
we
attack.
don't come
We will be
together,
ready
we
with
fuck
serious
around here
political,
and be in a
economic,
war.
and military responses.
I don't want nobody to be no casualty to nobody's war. Just because I don't want one. I don't want to see nobody die in this bullshit. The soldiers are our last defense. The soldiers are the only ones that can make war happen. You are the only one. You are the only one that's really there to help people, man.
You
It's
differ
horrible.
with the
Think
current
about
administration,
not
the
having
LovE administration now, and having said
no
you support
power
a no-fly zone
over a whole
in
bunch
Syria.
of people
If
dying. A whole bunch
you're
of people
president,
suffering.
and that no-fly zone is in effect, and a Russian jet flies into that no-fly zone, and they refuse warnings to leave.
I'm glad that bitch wasn't president because that bitch wanted to go to war.
Well, that's a hypothetical that I think there are many steps you have to go through and decisions you have to make before you ever get to that. And the Russians would be certainly warned. There's been military discussions now to, as they say, deconflict airspace. So I think it would be highly unlikely if this were done in the right way.
But ultimately, a no-fly zone is an anti-aircraft proposition.
It is.
You have talked about, and in the last debate and again today, that you would impose a no-fly zone to try to protect the people of Aleppo and to stop the killing there. President Obama has refused to do that because he fears it's going to draw us closer or deeper into the conflict. And General Joseph Dunford, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, says, you impose a no-fly zone, chances are you're going to get into a war, his words, with Syria and Russia.
I know you keep referring to Barack Obama all night here, but you in Syria talked about a no-fly zone, which the president certainly does not support, nor do I support, because A, it will cost an enormous sums of money. Second of all, it runs the risk of getting us sucked into perpetual warfare in that region.
Right now, Senator, for us to control all of the airspace in Syria would require us to go to war.
Come on, people.
Against Syria
We
and
can
Russia.
take our states back, state to state, man.
That's a
Because we
pretty
can't
fundamental
depend
decision that
on
certainly
no
I'm not going to make.
president, man, for us in our states. Because you see the fuckery that goes on in the United
You claim
States
to be
of
leaders,
America.
yet you fail to lead
How can
when
it
we
be the
need
United
leaders the
States of
most.
America when all the
Globally, we
states
are
have
heading in
different
some
laws,
very
rules,
dangerous
and regulations?
directions.
That's
We are on
bullshit right
courses
there.
that will lead to
Twist it in this
senseless
shit,
deaths of
man.
innocent people. Courses that could easily be altered towards peace. Deaths so simply avoided. You claim to be looking out for your citizens, yet you so readily send them off to war. Young men and women are sent to kill each other in the name of their countries, and for love, for vengeance.
Come on,
So
man.
you can have a moment of satisfaction before you come to your senses and realize how much you've lost in your bloodlust. We're all upset when something bad happens, especially when it's a pointless loss of life. However, that doesn't justify more senseless loss of life by our hands in response. All these
Man, it's some bullshit,
so
man.
many lives
People
lost
are
over
really
thousands of
dying
years,
as
all
we
over a
speaking
sliver of
right
time
now,
you
man.
don't. Do you even comprehend the magnitude of what you're doing? Humanity has the opportunity to expand well beyond the boundaries
People
of this
see
world.
casualty of war as an
ever-expanding,
easy
and its
word.
resources are
That's
vast.
not.
You can either see to it that we all die
That's
on this
somebody's
earth,
mom,
or
that's
that
somebody's
we
daddy,
prosper
somebody's
as a
little
species
brother,
in
that's
this
somebody's.
universe. The choice is yours. One thing is certain. If this pointless fighting doesn't stop, more innocent lives are inevitably going to be lost, and their deaths will be on your hands. You have a choice right now to really prove you're the leaders you claim to be. To put the citizens before your own comforts and desires. To promote the unity of our species rather than the division of our planet. These are your brothers and sisters. Do not condemn them to fight your battles and never forget them.
we gotta do what's right, people. We gotta come together and fight this bullshit. Cause I don't wanna die again. Especially if I can help y'all. Cause if I went, I can easily go back.